Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monica's Spiritual Seeker. Today's reading, we're going to look into what are people's first impression about you. Now, there are two piles that you can choose from. The first pile is this orange flower. The second pile is this yellow flower. So please take a moment, meditate on these two flowers, and use your intuition to choose the pile. You could also pause the video to meditate on them. When you're ready, we'll begin with the first pile, the orange flower. Welcome, Pal One, all those who've chosen this beautiful orange flower. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. Today's reading, we're going to look into what are people's first impression about you. Now, I'll first like to call in your guardian angel spirit guides to please come to me. Please speak through me. Please guide and tell me what are people's first impression about my beautiful Pal One here, please. I always recommend to watch the shuffling a little bit so that you can connect with the energy. And if you don't feel this connect, you're more than welcome to choose the other pile. All right? So, my angels, please guide and tell me what are people's first impression about my pile one, please? What are people's first impression about my pile one, please? What are people's first impression about my pile one, please? Right. Okay. We'll start with these cards first. Before starting pile one, I hope you resonate with this reading. If you do, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and help grow this channel. It will mean a lot. Thank you. And if you'd like to learn tarot card reading or have a personal reading for yourself, you can contact me. All my details are mentioned in the description box below, right? So let's begin with the reading. So we have here, interestingly, two fours coming up strongly for you. There is this Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Next, we have here image number 43. Okay. Material and spiritual prosperity and passion ignited. Okay, so this passion ignited is a Wands energy that's coming up. So definitely, Pal One, you come across to be someone who is extremely, extremely attractive, right? There is something about you that really attracts people towards you. Now, with this, I must say, with this attractiveness is usually more with a physical appearance. So the first thing that people notice about you is how attractive you are. You could be having a very good body, good physique. Um, your personality could stand out. Your aura could be very, very strong. Okay. And this fire, this passion is something that generally one cannot see, but they can feel, right? And that's the reason why when people see you for the first time, they just get a sense of how strong you are, how wonderful you are. Okay, it's the energy initially that they connect to. And of course, when they look at you physically, they kind of they don't understand that actually it's your energy that what's really, really strong and your aura that's strong, they think it's you physically, and that's why they get attracted to you. It's actually the other way around. But many people wouldn't notice unless they actually step back and analyze or observe, or they're more, enlightened people. Only then they'll be able to understand the subtle difference out here, right? So anyway, the first thing they notice here is how physically attractive you are. Some of you could be having a very deep voice as well, or your voice could be very pleasing to their ears, okay? And something about your hair as well, whether you're male or female. Your hair could be something, maybe you like to leave your hair down and you could style it up. So there's something here about your hair. Your hair is just not, bland and boring. No, there is something very interesting going on as well regarding your hair. So may not be that you've gone to the salon and put an extra effort. No, but definitely showing here that there is some form of effort that you have, or maybe you're blessed with very luscious and beautiful hair out here. Um, Interestingly, very, very quickly, right? The first impression they have here is you're such a wonderful person. That's the vibe here that you give out. And you seem to be someone someone with a very good personality. Um, like I said, attractiveness is the first thing. And most of the time, when people are attractive, they kind of wish that, oh, I wish this person was by my side. I wish I had something more here with this person. So I won't say all of them look at you as a potential partner, of course not. But they look at you as someone that they wish they have in their life. especially if it's the first time, you're meeting each other, you leave a very, very strong impression in people's mind. When people meet you for the first time, Palwan, they do not dislike you at all. Nobody dislikes you, okay? But any of this, definitely not. Rather, you leave such a strong impression in their mind that they think of you very highly, very positively, and they would want someone like you in their lives. Of course, maybe later on some other issue to come up. That's completely different. But here we're looking at first impression, right? Um, Again, not from a romantic perspective. Like if you meet someone, you know, like maybe same sex or something. So this person might think that I wish that this person was my friend. I'm just enjoying their company so much. They look so switched on. So you leave a very positive impression in people's mind. And this is all because of your personality. Now, I am sensing that you're not probably necessarily an extrovert. You're not. A lot of you watching here could be an introvert here. However, when you meet a person for the first time, you show them a side of you that seems to be an extrovert. You show them a side of you that's very friendly, who knows what to talk about, who has many topics rather to discuss about. So there is a lot of things over here that people can relate to. You know how to connect and relate to people. Depending on the topic, if they're businessmen, you'll talk something about business. If, they're children, right, you'll talk something up to their level. So that sort of thing. You know how to talk to individuals. And this is what truly attracts them to you, that they kind of feel that you both are on the same level and you both would make a very good team. You could be partners, you could be good friends. They just want to know more of you. They would want to be closer to you. However, like I said, you are probably not that type of person. You have very few friends. You have people around you who are close to you, and they mean a lot to you, right? So that side of you that you show people for the first time is your friendly nature. You're trying to be nice to people. You're trying to make them feel welcomed, and you will treat everyone the same. You won't treat anyone differently. Okay, you will treat everyone from a very unbiased perspective. Again, this is the other thing that they notice about you and observe, especially if you're meeting someone in a social environment. It's not like you will be very friendly to one and to the other one, you'll just give a smile and not say much. No, you will treat everyone similarly. If you're coming and hugging one person, you'll make sure you hug everyone. If you're shaking hands with one person, you'll make sure you'll do the same to everyone else. Right? So there is a side of you that makes you very impartial, that makes you much more attractive from that perspective. Now, the other impression that you leave is, like I said, they see you as a very social person, and they want to be with you and all that. But then suddenly you quickly withdraw yourself as well. Once you've done all that conversation and all that talk, you would not spend more time, much more time in having these long conversations. No. For you, I think that's more than enough. A part of you will be like, I've done my job. I've introduced myself very well. I've been very warm to them. And depends on certain individual. That is when you might choose certain individuals. If you click with them, you will have these deeper conversations. If not, you're happy to leave things the way they are. And that's when they kind of realize that, okay, Palwan, has withdrawn themselves. I really like them, but they have withdrawn themselves. So maybe they do not want to know me further, or, they start thinking, they start analyzing things from that perspective. And especially, you're such a person, I'm seeing here, Pawan, that if you like someone, you will be there with them, you will get to know them, you want to have deeper conversations with them, and the rest of the world will not mean that much to you. You form your own small bubble out there. And they quickly notice this. They quickly notice this, right? You do not waste your energy on someone whom you've probably just met for the first time and don't feel this connect with. Okay. But yes, you are very friendly and cordial to everyone, which I'm saying. Now, pile three, we have here this 43 image number 7. Can you see how this person is kind of looking at herself in a mirror, admiring herself? They find you very attractive, okay? Like I said initially, but they also think a part of you is a little arrogant, okay? They do think that Palwan, that you're beautiful or you're handsome and you're desirable. there is a part of you that comes across to be extremely confident, right? And some of them might interpret this as slight arrogance. That, oh, Palwan knows they're good looking, right? That's why probably they're not speaking to me much. They feel they're slightly, better than me. But the thing is, when they come across you, when they see you, and when they feel your strong aura and energy, it makes them feel a little underconfident. It's not you who's stepping up when you see other people. No, you are who you are. Your strong presence is there. But they feel a little undermined. They feel a slight of self confidence, especially those people whose energy, whose aura is not as strong as yours. There will be a sense of insecurity within them. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit mixed out here, where initially they're really glad and happy to see you, but a part of them, because you probably withdraw yourself as well slightly, right? After that initial meeting, they would feel here that maybe, you're much better than them, and you know that you're much better than them, so you do not want to spend your time with people like them, okay? They also know that you are wonderful. They do not feel that they need to tell you this. You are very aware of this. You know your strength. You know how. Wait, I think I had to start that again. I think the camera kind of froze a little bit. I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, what I'm seeing here for you is that um, they know that you're strong. They know that you are highly confident and you are aware of your strengths. And like this makes them a little bit insecure in the whole process. Next, we have your material and spiritual prosperity. You come across Palwan to be, let me just adjust the camera a little bit, sorry. Right. I'm here. There has been, while shooting this for you, of course, there has been a lot of start and stop, start and stop. And this again makes me the sense that people are unable to fully understand you. The first impression for you is not the real impression of you 100%. And the more they get to know you, the better they would understand you, right? So the first impression of people is quite, they just cannot fully comprehend. A part of them feels you're friendly, part of them feels you're arrogant, part of them feel, you know, um, they want to be your friend, part of them feel you do not want to be their friend. So they go through all that, a slight confused state. However, what they cannot deny, right, is you are amazing. That's what they cannot deny. And this is what comes up. The first impression about you is that you're quite prosperous. You come across as someone who has wealth or who seems to be wealthy and who has things going for you. You also come across as someone very matured, very understanding. So they do know that you're quite a learned or strong-minded individual, and you do not come across to be immature from any level, right? You have everything going for you. You're a strong, independent person. And like I said, even if you don't have, a lot of finances, but when they look at you, they do sense that you could be quite wealthy. You do have material wealth that is very good to create an impression, right? So maybe with the clothes you wear, the way you dress up, the way you conduct yourself, that's how it comes across. Now, again, you can see here this person's back is facing us, right? We cannot see their face. So they find it difficult to kind of break this barrier with you. They find it difficult to kind of be too close to you and to approach you because they feel like you do not want that. You're probably showing them your back. You're not allowing them to kind of enter your inner circle, inner life, because you keep that private for only particular individuals with whom you feel the connect, right? And they do recognize this with you instantly. All right, Pawan, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, you'd like to learn tarot cards, you can find all the details in the description below. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye. Welcome, Paltio, all those who've chosen the yellow flower. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. Today's reading, we're going to look into what are people's first impression about you. I'd first like to call in your guardian angel spirit guides to please come to me, please speak to me, please guide and tell me what are people's first impression about my lovely pal too, please. Now, I always recommend to watch the shuffling because in this way you'll be able to connect with the energy. And if you don't feel the connect, you're more than welcome to choose the other pile. All right. So, my guides, angels, please guide and tell me what are people's first impression about my pal too, please. Right, pile two, before I begin the reading, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this video. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and help grow this channel. It will mean a lot. Thank you. If you like a personal reading, you'd like to learn tarot cards, all the details are mentioned in the description box below, right? So, first we have here the Three of Wands. So we have the King of Coins, image number 26. Okay. Spiritual union and the third eye chakra. I'm going to start with this, the third eye chakra. So what I'm seeing here for you, Paltu, is that there is a side of you that's very perceptive, right? And when people speak to you, the first impression about you is that it seems as if you can see through them. It seems as if you know everything, you know so much. And for some of them, they could get a little bit nervous with this, right? I'm not going to lie. They can get a sense of slight nervousness because you're able to see them very, very clearly. You can see them for who they are. And on a particular level, we all have the psychic abilities. We all are a little bit sensitive, some more than the other, right? So while you're doing this, while you're able to read them, they're able to sense this. They're able to sense that Paltu is analyzing me. Paltu's, they know what I'm saying is right or not. And am I a good human being or not? All these things are running in their mind. Okay. That's because you're able to see through them so clearly. A lot of you watching could actually be more on the spiritual path, right? And if you don't think that is, but at least you could be more sensitive to who people really are, right? And one other thing that's coming across, it just came up to me, is your eyes. Okay, you could be having very, very expressive eyes, Paltu. And that is the first impression people get about you, definitely. Something strongly about your eyes. So you might notice every time in the first impression, all of them are unable to look into your eyes and speak, right? There'll be very few of them who will look straight into your eyes and be able to talk if they have nothing to hide from you. Okay, but your eyes are something that really stands out, especially as the first impression. Maybe, don't know what is it, right? It could be anything. It could be large eyes, it could be dreamy eyes. There is something really, really, or you could be having those piercing eyes, right? But they do stand out. That's the first thing, people strongly notice about you. Next, we have here, I'm saying the Three of Wands. Okay. The Three of Wands is a card of growth. Now, with all these cards, definitely one thing that is standing out here is that you come across to be more of an introvert. This is slightly opposite from the pile one out here, but you come across to be more of an introvert, a little shy, a little quiet. And, maybe the first impression is that you don't talk too much. It could be the opposite. It could very well be the opposite. Maybe you love chatting, but initially when you meet people, you might not give that vibe off. Okay. So they see you as someone who likes to keep by themselves. Maybe will speak a few words. Um, yeah. Okay. So here they see you as someone very, very dreamy. And interestingly, because they seem to see you from far, okay, and they notice you from far. So, what I'm sensing here, they see you observing them, they see you noticing them, they see you looking at other people and observing everyone else. So, they know that you're a very observant person. But you probably would not take a step ahead and go and approach anyone. You wait for people to approach you. Okay, that's the impression they get. They get the impression that again, maybe you're shy or maybe they feel that you could be a slight introvert, but they notice that they need to come and approach you rather than you taking the step and coming and meeting them. I'm strongly feeling this could be a sense of shyness that's coming through out there. Okay. Unless you know the person extremely, extremely well. If you know a person extremely well, it's a different personality of yours that kind of takes shape over here. Now, again, with the Three of Wands, Wands is a card of, attraction as well that comes across. So the thing with you, I'm sensing, Paltu, is that people can feel a little intimidated by you. Okay. So they might find it difficult to tell you directly that, oh, Paltu, you look amazing or you're wonderful. There is a sense of fear that they have within them that maybe you might not take it the right way. Maybe you will not be very happy with it, or maybe you'll just, tell them off or something. So there is a sense of fear that they have to kind of tell you how amazing you are. So there would be conversation that goes on behind your back to say that Paltu, I think they're quite good. Or they look really nice, look at what they're wearing, all those things. But they just feel this sense of that they're unable to approach you. Okay, this non-approachability part is here. It's a very big distance. But that's again because, like I said, the first thing is they probably feel you're seeing through them. That is one reason. And second thing is you would not go and speak up too much, all right? To make them feel that they can say whatever they want. You have your boundaries with them. And that's what they sense that they cannot cross these boundaries, all right? Um, King of Coins is someone who is on a much higher position. So the way you come across as someone who is like a leader, who is very strong individual, and you come across as a more dominant personality. So even when they see in a relationship, they see you as a stronger one. And if they see you at work, even if you're probably not at that level, they see that completely you deserve to be someone who is at a much higher level. You have this leadership qualities that you kind of give out that people are able to see, right? Now, King of Coins again is someone with abundance, a lot of abundance. So what they're seeing from you is, Paltu, you come across to be someone who has, interestingly, I'm not seeing you here as a show off. I'm not seeing you as someone who is, dressing up, wearing branded stuff at all to show people that you're wealthy. No. This one, people feel that you have a very, very strong potential to have a lot of wealth. They feel you have something out here to make you this amazing big person or this big personality out there. And they do sense, just immediately they sense that you kind of deserve this. You deserve this thing in your life to be very abundant. Or you could be having certain gifts out there that you can materialize and kind of make a lot of money from this. So if you are, they can see you, they know, they can see your financial status looking at you. Okay. They can see that, but they're not judging you. Okay. So if you have a lot of wealth, definitely they see you as someone very wealthy. But if you do not seem to have a lot of wealth, they see 100% Pile 2 has this tremendous amount of potential to be a leader and to build a lot of strong wealth, to build a legacy. You seem to be the strong person, Pile 2. And they sense that you deserve so much in life. You deserve to be right at the top. Okay. And that's the reason why, as well, they could be intimidated because it's kind of difficult to approach someone at the top, right? But that's your personality, that's the vibe that you're giving off to people. Now, see here, spiritual union, but kind of makes me see that you're able to read people's mind. You're able to read them. What comes across as well, pile two, is when someone is talking to you, the first impression is that you're able to complete their sentences, right? And you very quickly understand what they're trying to say. They don't need to say much, you'll understand it. I'll give an example. You meet someone for the first time, right? And say you meet at a party. They're looking around, they're trying to find, where the food is or where the drinks are. And you immediately tell them, oh, by the way, the food and drinks are over there. You look at the body language and you understand what they're looking for, what they're trying to say. So they find this super impressive that you can read their mind. You're able to, that's why I said you're able to see through them, you're able to analyze them. You're just able to see through this person, and only those people who have nothing to hide from you or who feel the strong emotional connect with you would want you to know more about them. And those who are fearful about this will quickly take a step back. right? Because spiritually, they're not ready for you to know more about them, right? But that's the very strong impression they get, that you can read their minds, you know exactly what they're thinking. So you do come across to be a very, very intuitive person, very strong. And hence why they know that you have a long way to go in life. You've got so much that you can achieve. You have tremendous amount of potential out there. Now, with this, image number 26 out here, you have a personality that's coming across to be someone who is, again, beautiful, so beautiful, right? But they cannot tell you how beautiful you are because they're a little scared of you. Pile two, I won't use the word scared, okay? Intimidated, that sounds better. But as you can see over here, this person here is beautiful. They know how to dress, they know how to carry themselves, but they're also someone who has a lot of responsibilities on their shoulder, right? So you do come across that way. You come across as someone who's a very responsible person. And that's why we also have the King of Pentacles, who is a leader, right? So you seem to be someone who has a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. There are many things that you do. You're a very busy person out there. But also, you seem to be someone who's very well mannered, well learned, well educated, right? But who also probably doesn't know your worth. Okay. They sense that you don't know how amazing you are. You don't know how wonderful you are. They don't know that if you take the step, where can you reach in life? They don't know that if you understand your full potential, where could you be? And this is something that they kind of sense about you, you know. So you could be coming across as someone who lacks a little bit confidence, okay? And that's why they feel like you have so much potential. Look at you, Baltu. You're beautiful, you know, you're intelligent. You are such a responsible person. You're such an honest person here. And probably you should just remove this mask out there, or, you have the key right next to you. You can unlock this side of yours and be this bold and beautiful person out there. Okay. So they sense that if you become a bit more bold and confident, or you're able to see your real inner self, or you're able to see them through their eyes, you probably would have a very different approach in life, different perspective in life, and you would have probably different goals in life. Okay. Although I'm seeing you here as someone, again, very, very intuitive, pile two, you know what you want. You do not need to show other people. That's the thing with you. You like to keep, I'm seeing you, there are veils over here. I'm seeing you that you are not very open to people. You like your privacy quite a lot. You like your private life, and you like to maintain your secrecy in this way. So it might come across to be someone who doesn't know their potential, but I don't think that's the case personally. I think you know it, but you'd only show it where it's needed to be shown, not in everyday walk of life, not in front of each and every person out there. Right. And that's why I'm sensing the more a person knows you, the more they'll be able to understand that you're such a deep person. I think what they're unable to understand or see here is how deep you are. They know there's something special in you. They know you're able to read them. They know all that stuff, but they're unable to understand your depth. Okay, then how much you actually know them. You know them more than they even realize over here, right? All right, pal two, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, you'd like to learn tarot cards, you can find all the details in the description box below. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye.